February 25th, 2024. Dream around 8 a.m. I was in Montreal, Bonnard Street apartment where I saw God's spirit once. I was sat in the living room in the middle of the couch. To my left was my little dog I had, Papusa. First things that made me think was that her face was half covered and that she was deep asleep on her back on the fake black leather couch. All of these things precisely went trough my mind in the dream. As the dog woke up, I declared, she woke up just in time for pizza. To me this is not only the breakfast right now, 8 a.m., but the exact location or time of the push button of WW3. As for the dog representations, she did have the same hair color as Cindy LeMay. Or it is the possible watchdog, as I did send emails to Cindy LeMay, a possible black operation directed a journey of mapping all US and Canada. Or at least a black op reading our emails on the other end, two pores to professionals ends. This is the second CL. Woman or third and only women's that entered into my single life, Cecile Lalo, Carolina Lowenherb, and Cindy LeMay, but as did my dreams publishing online before IT went left. We didn't really like each other. She left, west of Vancouver and north on the 99 highway, as it represented also the online viewer and me, as I couldn't look the camera in the eyes, because of a poor focus problem. I tried. It's gonna go now, bombs left and right, shaky also 4 been showed. Once you see God face to face, there is a part of him on earth amongst people, I guess. I always been mad of being poor, as I was an artist and wrongfully arrested for simple fights in the liberal left, where I always minimal defended myself, as left and right with a smile that was showed to me in another dream in October, before my MOM died in November. I was mourning and slept with strangers last couple months, 3 times, Cindy was the second, and after I heard to not sleep with strangers upon pondering why I got so senses screw with her lices, I slept with an Afghan young lady which I had to tell her to go, from more reserved to less reserved woman in town. Cindy LeMay went north 2 months by foot, crazy or not, with lices on her hair, black operation directed towards me or not, a variation manifestation of the narrative or not. As she was the second woman I slept with in my state of pain. My USB key she kept after I gave her some new socks for Christmas by mistakes and left immediately without warning after we almost dated for a month, but not talking much as she was mostly gone and distance created with her lices and my senses falling, nose, eyes, voice, skin, headaches. Coincidence or not? Beside this, she is open, I heard. Now I know about open source intel also on Facebook, reading between the lines, or just like her operation on her hymen when she was young adult, Cindy LeMay, from Montreal. Me, I had another operation. Could it have worked or not? I don't know. Her 1,000 eggs made it really awful for me. This is the background story, but furthermore, when she slept on my single tight bed, I took 3 different times face pictures of her as a friend which I showed to her right after, and yesterday, I looked at some pictures on my phone to unload the overload mistranslation like Clinton to Russian ambassador mistranslate the overload for reset red button years ago, as I just saw last week. The pictures dated December, 2 months ago. They were 3 instances of those pictures, and especially one where she was very deep asleep, the last one. Her face covered halfway with her scarf, just like my dog was covered half face in the dream. If you asked me, her face looked worse and worse. This might be the times. First, she looked young, then she looked old, she looked just fine fucked. As another dream I had 2 years ago before my ex Carolyn died, about her. Possible Alberta, Edmonton, Calgary. I passed her up down to that dream with music in my ears. She looked young when I looked back and went up. She looked old from the back. And again she looked just. Taking the shirt off right to left, I kissed her and her tooth, precise location stopped the whole dream. Yesterday in my studies, I stopped as I was hungry and exactly it 3 p.m., a time where there was a free lunch around the corner in the Harbor Light, Salvation Army. and they did serve pizza. I receive an Hawaiian which I didn't bite, but then I asked for a cheese and tried to bite twice, but it was not good cause of the cheddar on it, and I throw it. Now the other free breakfast is at the dugout. Both places were showed to me by Cindy LeMay, where she was going single every day almost.